try not to, okay?
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी
Welcome everyone. Welcome again for this new program today. Welcome to the new people if you joined for the first time, and welcome to the regulars if you've been coming for the last few days. Later on in the program, we're going to, for those who came for the first time today, we are going to have a separate room so that we can give you the initial explanation and self-realization process. But for now, what we would like to do is a very short meditation just to set our attention for this program. So I would like everyone to open their hands and put them on your lap and close your eyes just for a few minutes. And we place our attention within ourselves without thinking. And then we drop our right hand down towards the ground. If you're sitting on a chair, or if you're sitting on the ground, you can place your hand on the ground. And we keep our attention inside. We let our attention go down in our roots. If you want, you can visualize the energy from your back in the spine, and you let your attention drop down into your roots. Like in the tree, the sap is running from the roots to the top. So the energy in the tree is connected to the roots. So we let our attention go down in our roots. We have a subtle system, a spiritual energy system that connects us to the Mother Earth. Let's put our attention on the Mother Earth in our roots. When we were a very little baby in the womb of our mother, we were the element of the earth. Let's put our attention on the earth, inside ourselves. Without thinking, and we just relax. Just relax. No effort. We don't need to put any effort. The Mother Nature is there for us. This Sahaja technique is a meditation technique. Some people have asked about the physical yoga, the Hatha yoga. With Sahaja meditation, we are connected to this inner spiritual energy that runs all our chakras, all our body. It is the same energy that makes a seed become a plant and a plant become a tree. Any techniques like Hatha yoga or other techniques of yoga, they were designed to bring people into balance until the point they could get their self-realization. Sahaja Yoga is dealing directly with this creative energy within us. And occasionally we use techniques to balance our right side or left side. But we will focus in these sessions essentially about meditation. Now we can open our eyes, and I will let Jenny introduce other parts of the program.
Thank you, Jean-Michel. Welcome everyone again to the program this evening. Thank you to those who have already responded to the survey. As Jean-Michel mentioned, we've had a couple of queries. We've also had some requests for one-to-one sessions. So these sessions are being planned. They will come at the end of the 3-week period. So now for the next 3 weeks, the format will stay very much as it is now, with different topics being covered. But after the 3 weeks, we will be able to offer some one-to-one sessions and one-to-one mentoring. So stay on and you'll be able to have that experience as well. Now, another thing, what I wanted to do is before we introduce our presenter for this evening, I wanted to just go through the resource page one more time with you, just to show you a couple of the features. So I'll just share my screen. Here we go. All right. So here again is the button for the week 1 survey. You can just press that. So please, if you haven't responded to the survey yet, if you could do that. Now, a few people mentioned in our survey that they didn't know we had a WhatsApp group. So you can actually join the WhatsApp group from our resource page. And the web address for that is freemeditation.com.au/January 2022. So if you click on this link, that will take you to the WhatsApp group automatically. Now, a couple of other things I wanted to show you is that, here are all our recordings, our resources. So we have some wonderful resources on this page. So there's a bit of a welcome, a bit about balancing, and some information on foot soaking, which we'll be doing this evening with Michael, and a little bit on candling. So if you want to do a little bit more reading, you can go ahead and do that from our webpage. There's also some wonderful music. I know a lot of the people have been really enjoying our music. There's a whole range of music for you to play to support your meditation at home. So have a look. And let's see. And as well as that, there's a few more resources and a bit of a glossary of terms. So at your leisure, have a look and see what's there. I'm sure there's things that will be able to help you. So this evening, we have Michael, who's going to take the session. But before we hand over to Michael, it would be good to know if there is anyone who has joined us this evening who has never been to a Sahaja yoga session before. Because what we'll be doing tonight is having a separate breakout room for any brand new people, and then we'll continue with the intermediate information for everyone else. So if you are brand new to this program, or to Sahaja yoga rather, and you've never had the experience of Sahaja yoga, if you could just raise your hand so we know to place you in that breakout room with Jean-Michel, who will be taking that session. So I'll just have a little bit of a look through. So it doesn't appear that there is anyone brand new this evening. I'll just check. No. All right. So, so there's Doug, and he doesn't know how to raise his hand. Thank you, Doug. So, and we've got Pushpa as well, and she's new. Okay, so we have 2 new people. So we have Doug. Matthew, can you see Doug in the group there? So he can go into the breakout room. And also
someone called
Carol, but you've joined us before, Carol. I'll say it again. If anyone has never experienced a Sahaja yoga class before or session, if you could just raise your hand. So we've got Doug, definitely. And Pushpa.
Who is called administrator?
Administrator is Carol, but she was here yesterday. All right, so let's put her in. All right, so administrator, Pushpa, and Doug. So that's 3 people to go into the breakout room. So while our tech team is
sorry,
organized,
Jenny, we have 2 Pushpas.
So we have 1 Pushpa with her hand up. And so that's the one that needs to go into the breakout room.
But I can't tell from the assigned list which one's which.
I'll put them both in, Jean-Michel, and then they can let themselves back out if they're the wrong one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matthew, I mean.
Okay, so that's everyone assigned. I'll make that room now.
Wonderful. Have a great experience, everyone. All right. Now, for the rest of us, we are going to be introducing the foot soak with Michael. Now, is Michael on camera there? Ah, there he is. Hello, Michael.
Hi.
So, Michael, tonight you'll be doing a foot soak. You'll also be doing some polls as well as part of your program. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Michael? When did you come to Sahaja Yoga and what brought you to Sahaja Yoga?
Well, I started in about 1991. I was on and off for that first year. It's about 30 years. I used to be an athlete and I was getting injured all the time. So I looked up yoga, and in the phone book, it said Sahaja Yoga. It said true meditation, absolutely free. I was a student at the time. So and I thought, that's what I really want. And it turned out to be exactly that, true meditation. That was such a simple appeal and such an honest one. And it's worked really well for me since. It did help me with my injuries, but it helped me with a lot more than that.
So, Matthew, I'm interested. You said you knew it was true meditation right from the beginning, and I know I felt the same. So what was it for you that made you realize that this was the true meditation?
Well, it wasn't that I felt much, but it felt right. It felt like I'd come home. I felt good about the people. They seemed to know stuff, and they seemed to be able. I had a lot of questions and curiosity about all sorts of things about human nature, and I found that there seemed to be answers that were really profound and satisfying, and also that the meditation worked. But it was a bit slower for me than most people, but I felt really right about it. And so it took about maybe 6 or 7 weeks before I really had a thoughtless meditation. And then when I hit it, it was like I'd never experienced it in my life. And I was happy all day. And I really decided that that was it. I was going to pursue it. And so I have.
Yeah. I think with me as well, when I first went to a session, when I met everyone there, I went home and I thought to myself, I really want to be like those people. There's something very different about them. And I was the same as you. I didn't feel a lot. So all those people who are still not feeling much, don't despair. Things are working out within you. And it took me I remember waking up one day, it was about 4 weeks into meditating, and I felt different. And I couldn't put it into words what it was, but there was a change. And ever since then, it's just continues to grow. So, all right. So handing over to you, Michael. Thank you.
Okay, well, tonight, just a bit of an overview. The theme is vibrational awareness, which is by now, hopefully, quite a few of you have been able to feel that energy on your hands, the cool breeze or the heat or the tingling. If not, don't worry too much. It develops over time, and some people, it takes longer than others. Like it took me a while, but I still felt really good in the meditation, and that's the key, because Sahaja Yoga is an experience. It's not a body of knowledge or philosophy. It's an actual living experience, and it, as Jenny was saying, it goes beyond anything that's mental. It's something you feel. And so tonight we really want to focus on looking at vibrations and vibration, being aware of how we can use this and use foot soaking to help cleanse our chakras and deepen our experience of meditation. And of course, the goal of all this is to deepen the meditation so that you get a more powerful experience of thoughtlessness, of even beyond thoughtless awareness to doubtless awareness. There are deeper and deeper stages of meditation to reach. And these techniques, particularly foot soaking, for established yogis, these are pretty much everyday, I wouldn't call them rituals, everyday practices that we use. It's becomes a bit like cleaning your teeth. When you don't clean your teeth, you just don't feel right. So, so clearing away that stress of the day that builds up over time allows us to relax and enjoy life a lot more, and through our deeper meditation. So, but before we do that, the first thing that we're going to do tonight is to have a more extended meditation led by Shrimataji. This was a public program that Shrimataji gave in 1992 in Newcastle. Just follow the, by now you should know the hand positions. And if you're not sure about the hand position, just open your eyes and follow Shrimataji's lead. Okay, so we're ready for the meditation.
Your 2 feet are apart from each other, that you are not bending in front too much or bending behind too much, but sitting in a straight manner. And you can take out your spectacles if you like, because you'll be closing your eyes until I tell you don't have to open. If there is something tight on your waist or on your neck, you can little bit loosen it. You have to be comfortable. So you have to be very pleasantly placed towards yourself. Now, please put left hand towards me like this, right hand on the heart, and now close your eyes. Here now you have to ask me a very fundamental question about yourself. Please ask 3 times. You can call me Mother or you can call me Shri Mataji. This question is to be asked, all these questions from your heart, not loudly. So please ask 3 times. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask this question 3 times. Mother, am I the spirit? Now, if you are the spirit, you are your master. So please take your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, press it hard, and ask me another fundamental question about yourself. Mother, am I my own master? Ask this question 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Ask this question 3 times. Now, please know that I respect your freedom. And I cannot force pure knowledge on you. You have to ask for it. Please put your right hand now in the lower portion of your abdomen and press it hard. Here you have to say 6 times because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Please say it 6 times. When you ask for pure knowledge, the Kundalini starts rising. So now we have to open our upper centers with our full self-confidence. So now raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Press it. And here you have to say 10 times with full self-confidence. Mother, I am my own master. Please say that. Mother, I am my own master. Please say it 10 times. You have to know the fundamental thing about yourself, that you are not this body, this mind, these conditionings, this ego, these emotions, these desires. But beyond that, you are the pure spirit. So now raise your right hand on top of your heart and say with full confidence again, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Please say it with full self-confidence 12 times. Mother, I am the pure spirit. This divine power is the ocean of knowledge and compassion. It is the ocean of love and bliss. But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. So, all the so-called mistakes you have committed can be easily dissolved in this power of ocean of forgiveness. Please raise your right hand in the corner of your neck and your shoulder. And put your head to your right and forgive yourself. Here you have to say 16 times. 16 times you have to say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Say it with full self-confidence 16 times. Mother, I am not guilty at all. I have already told you that you have to forgive everyone in general without even thinking about them, because you are playing into wrong hands by not forgiving them. Now, raise your right hand to your forehead across and put your fingers on one side and your thumb on the other side. Now, please try to put down your head as far as possible. Now, here, with full confidence, without counting, from your heart, you have to say, Mother, I forgive everyone in general. If you don't say it now, you'll be surprised that the center is a very constricted center. It won't open and the Kundalini won't rise. As it is, you have suffered so much by not forgiving, and now you cannot give up your self-realization for this kind of a mental projection that you have against yourself. So please forgive everyone in general. Very important it is. Now, please take your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible. Here, without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes, just for your own satisfaction, you have to say from your heart, not how many times, from your heart, O Divine Power, if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Again, I say that from your heart, not how many times. You have to say, O Divine Power, if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Now, stretch your right hand. Stretch the palm. Put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was the soft bone on your childhood. But here you have to remember that this is the most important center, the last center. Now, you press it back, your fingers. Press it back as far as possible. This is very important. Stretch them backwards and put a good pressure on your scalp. Please put down your head. Here again, I cannot cross over your freedom. I respect it. So I cannot force self-realization on you. So please press it hard and try to move your scalp slowly 7 times, saying, Mother, please give me self-realization. Say it 7 times. Slowly move it 7 times. Now please take down your hands, slowly open your eyes and put both your hands like this towards me. Now watch me without thinking. Can you do it? Can you watch me without thinking? You can wear your glasses if you want. Now please put your right hand towards me like this and put down your head and see for yourself if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head. It could be warm, it could be hot. But with the left hand, you should see it which is little far away from the head, not on top of the head. And just see for yourself. Some people get it very far, but still you see for yourself, move your hand and see for yourself if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming. If it is hot, that means you have not forgiven. Please forgive. Please forgive at this moment. Don't miss your self-realization. Bend your head fully. Now, please put your left hand towards me. Again, bend your head and see with your right hand if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area. Now, again, once more, bend your head again, put the right hand towards me and put the left hand on top of your fontanelle bone area and see for yourself if there's some cool breeze or a hot breeze like waves are coming out of your fontanelle bone area.
So at this stage, many of you may have felt some cool or heat on the hands or coming from the head. What this is we call vibrations. It feels like vibrations. It might feel like cool or warm breeze or heat or tingling on the hands. And this is important because it enables us to begin the process of identifying where our chakras are blocking. And there are techniques which we're going to learn more about, which can clear these blockages, which can strengthen our personality and some of our personal weaknesses or failings, or augmenting our strengths, which are in the chakras, because the chakras are like the command center, if you like. So by fixing the chakra, they say in the East, if we heal the spirit, the body heals itself. So the importance of vibrational awareness, it allows us to understand where the spiritual body is strong or needs support, and to be able, and there are techniques that we can do to support the strength and growth of this spiritual body. And it's Shamaji makes it something of a science. It works. It's nothing that you have to really think about, but it really does require at least to try and to get used to using this system. So the first thing that I'd like to do is to explain what this thing is that you're feeling. It's what you're feeling is a connection to what they call in Hinduism, or Shamaji calls Param Chaitanya. In Islam, it's referred to as a Ruh energy. The Jews, the Hebrews, refer to it as a Ruach, and the Christians refer to it as the Holy Spirit. In fact, in the New Testament, it's described as manifesting as a mighty wind when the apostles take up their powers, take up their strength, and go out and do the work of spreading the word of Jesus. Now, basically, what we're looking at here is something that's profoundly present in many cultures, and so it's quite a profound, deep human experience, but it's not that common. Now, in popular culture, the idea of the Param Chaitanya is probably best understood by relating it to the Force in Star Wars, something like that, which is George Lucas's take on Eastern religions, Hinduism and Buddhism, that there's a subtle living energy that pervades all living things and binds all living things and is much more intelligent than all of them. And the aim of existence is to become more in the flow of this divine energy, Param Chaitanya, the Ruh, the Holy Spirit, the Ruach. Now, basically, the first step for us is to begin to identify where our subtle system is either clear or blocking, and just to have confidence in what we're feeling. So the first thing that we're going to do is something of a practical demonstration using the chakra chart, which will be up on the screen in just a moment. And what I'd like you to do, so we're ready for the chakra chart. Now, the thing I'd like you to do is just put your hands out. Now, if you look at that chart, you can see the coloured points on the hands, and those colours correspond to the chakras, which are also in the spine. Now, basically, we can identify by paying attention to our hands where the energy is either flowing cleanly or where it's blocked. Where it's heat or tingling, it's blocked. Where it's flowing freely, it's cool. Now, you probably, if you're like me, and many people, at the moment, you're probably feeling a mix of heat and cold. Some of you may not be sure of what you're feeling at the moment. But just have a little bit of confidence and just try it. And over time, once you get a sense of what it is that you're feeling and you're trying to understand, it becomes easier. All right, so, okay, so what I'd like you to do is to put your attention on your hands and see what part of the hand you feel the most heat or tingling. Where do you feel the most heat or tingling? Don't think about it too much. If you aren't sure if one's more hot or tingling than the other, just pick the one that you feel is more so. You can't get anything really wrong with this. It can't do you any damage, and whatever you do is going to do you some good strength in that chakra. And if you're feeling heat or tingling, then that hopefully will abate, and you'll get a cooler feeling and a deeper meditation. So, all right. So once you've identified that, we take our right hand. If you feel the heat or tingling on the left hand more, then we place the hand. Okay, so look at the color. Okay, if you look at the hand and you look at the color and then see what chakra it is. So say it's the little finger, that's red. Then you look at the red, okay? And if it's on the left side of the red, then you place your hand on level with that chakra on the left side of the body. Or if it's on the right, on the right. Now, if you feel both little fingers tingling, then it's on the center. So see what chakra you're feeling the most. If it happens to be like in a circle, in a ring on the palm of the hand, that's the void chakra, and we place our hand on the left side of the void or the right side of the void. Okay, so just identify one chakra you can feel catching, and we're going to place our attention there, and we're going to silently meditate, putting our attention on Sahasrara while we do that. Okay, so we'll have some music in the background, and we'll just for a couple of minutes just really you can't feel heat or tingling, then you may be feeling cool. But wherever you feel any dullness, itch, anywhere that coolness is not flowing or there's vibrations are stopping, just identify that. That you feel. keep the attention at Sahasrara at the top of the head, spontaneous point out while we're doing this. Just watch your thoughts. Let them pass. Okay, we'll stop that now. Now, if I could just see a hands up for who felt the heat or tingling left, or you felt more cool. Could we just get a hands up for that? Okay, the numbers are moving around a bit. Okay, it seems quite a few people are feeling vibrations. There's still some people who are not sure and feeling nothing. Don't worry, you're not the only one who's been in that camp. And okay, so there are the results of that. Now, so basically, what we're looking for is that we were able to clear that chakra. And those of you who are able to feel the difference and able to see that the blockage, the heat or tingling had changed and maybe become cool, that's excellent. You just cleared your chakra. And that's going to help strengthen and deepen your meditation. And of course, doing that over time is going to take you further and deeper into higher states of meditation. Okay, just share the results. Oh, stopped. Okay, so, all right. Now, that's a very powerful thing to do while we're actually doing the next thing, which is one of the most powerful clearing techniques. It's such a fundamental one that practicing yogis do this one every day. It's foot soaking, which is... Okay, so can we get back to being normal? Okay, stop. Okay, so okay, right. Now, basically, so that's one of the techniques, and we can mix this with the next technique that we're going to practice tonight, which is something that's been signaled to you in the last couple of days to have ready, which is a foot soaking bucket. The technique itself is fairly simple. You take about half a handful of salt, place it into a plastic bucket, and then you fill it with lukewarm water. At this stage, just to save confusion, we'll stick with lukewarm water, and a little bit later we can talk about if you're feeling left or right. You can change the temperature of the water. In fact, for really, if the right hand is warm, we can use colder water, and if the left hand is warm, we can use hotter, warm, or even hotter water. But the idea is to be comfortable and not have distraction by the discomfort by trying to be too correct. So if people could fill up their foot soaking buckets and get ready to do the foot soak, that would be really good. Now, while you're doing that, I'll explain roughly why it works. Those of us who spend time in the natural world, in the sunshine or at the beach, swimming in the water, we feel a great benefit, even a cleansing, especially like, I don't know if you've noticed when you go to a public swimming pool, it's a different experience to swimming in the ocean, which is far more cleansing. In fact, when you get out of the water at the ocean, you feel much hungrier, more relaxed, and often clear-headed. That's because those natural elements cleanse us. So what's happening with the foot soak is that we're replicating the sea, the action of the sea. The salt represents the earth element, and the water is, of course, the water element. And these are both very good. It's very particularly good for clearing the lower chakras, the Muladhara chakra, the Swadhisthana chakra, and the Nabi chakra, and the void, which is subservient to the Nabi chakra. So what we'll do now is just place our feet in the water. And once again, we'll, just before we start, like people to complete the survey on what they're feeling on their hands. And we'll see if we feel a difference after this. So can I get people to do that? If it's too difficult, don't worry. The main thing is the foot soak, but it's really good to get a sense of how people are traveling with the program and whether the vibrations are actually improving. So, could we get this survey? No? Okay, so, all right, so we've got about 38% felt a cool breeze, 25% felt heat or tingling. There's still a few people not sure. Don't worry, over time, just with practice and really learning to pay to what we're paying attention to, will get better. Okay, so basically we're going to foot soak with some music now, just for a few minutes, and then we'll see whether there's any difference. But just for now, if we can take our attention to the fontanelle bone at the top of the head, and so the results are there. And, all right, so okay, so we'll have some music now while we sit and foot soak. 5 minutes of foot soaking is enough to remove a lot of the negativity, the negative energy that we absorb during the day from all around us. A little bit longer is better, like 10 minutes or so, but longer than about 15 minutes, it becomes counterproductive. It's like sitting in dirty bath water. So let's just sit nice and comfortably. Bring our attention to the top of the head. And just going to watch our thoughts like they're happening on a movie screen. We can see them, we can hear them, but we're no longer involved in them. They're distant from us. They're not absorbing us. We are not in them. We can see them. Now, there still any thoughts, just say, not that thought, not that thought. Let it pass over you like a wave over a stone. Now, as those thoughts calm down, you may find after the beginning of one thought and before the beginning of the next, a gap appears. Let yourself fall into the gap between the thoughts. Absolute silence, emptiness, nothing. Just let that empty space expand, and we'll sit in the silence for a minute or so. Okay. Okay, now slowly open your eyes. And we'll do the survey once more to see if there's any difference. Okay, so it's a lot more people feeling cool breeze now. So that is a pretty good demonstration of how that technique can really help. So 53% up from 38%. Well, and about the same number feeling heat or tingling, which means some people have moved across from the nothing and not sure category, which is a little bit lower. Good. So look, in one session, a lot of you have learned to start to use vibrational awareness, and you've learned the technique of foot soaking. Now, that basically is one of the most important techniques that someone practicing Sahaja yoga can use. What we recommend is that you put your foot soaking bucket in a place that's easily available. Keep the salt nearby, and make sure religiously for 21 days in a row. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can all rinse your feet off now. And basically for 21 days in a row, it has a cumulative effect, means it builds over time. So if you do it 5 days in a row and then miss a day, that increase that you'll get on the 6th day won't be there. So give it a try, challenge yourself for 21 straight days, right? That will take us beyond the end of this series, and see how you feel. And I would be very surprised if at the end of 21 days you didn't see some changes in your life in subtle ways that are quite positive. It might come down to not shouting at people in traffic. It might come down to not picking arguments with your siblings or spouses. It might come down to other things that, just feeling happier when you wake up in the morning. So, look, I mean, they're just some things, but yeah, thanks for the reminder, Jenny. The water goes into the toilet and we rinse out our foot soaking bucket. It's hard to do this because I can't see exactly how it's going. Like when we're usually in the room, it's easier and it gives us some visual cues to remind us. And the thing is, don't use that foot soaking bucket for anything else, not for washing clothes or anything. It's a bit like, your spiritual waste products, like your physical waste products. You don't want to mix those things together. You want to be rid of that stuff. So give it a good rinse and put it away, and happy foot soaking. So what we'll do now is we'll just finish with some nice meditation music and sit comfortably and enjoy the vibrations. You sit for as long as you like. Matt's going to put on some beautiful meditation music, and thanks for joining us tonight, and enjoy your meditation. Good night. Oh.
on the whole level, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Michael, for that session. As Michael mentioned, yes, foot soaking is a wonderful technique to help us get into balance and something that we can experiment with. Yes, please try to do it once every day for the next 4 weeks and see how you go. We'll post more information on the foot soak for you in the WhatsApp group as well. Tomorrow we'll be having the candling treatment. So if you can prepare, let's see if you can see that. There it is. If you can prepare something like this tomorrow, that you'll be able to experience how a candle treatment works. Again, if you can't have this set up in time, you can still enjoy the meditation without it. And lastly, if you haven't completed the survey yet, please do. It can help us plan the coming weeks ahead to meet your needs. Thanks again, everyone, and see you tomorrow night. Good night. We can go back to some more music, Matthew, if you like.